Hello, I'm Toby from Business Day, and you are?
Hashim Zein from SOTS.
So is the organizer of this beautiful event. So, what inspired SOTS to come to Nigeria? Because I think this is the first of its kind, the cyber conference in Nigeria.
This is the first of its kind in Nigeria. Thank you for saying this is a beautiful event. It is indeed a dream for us to see this come true. This is inspired because today, 2016, cybersecurity is one of the most important issues for CEOs globally. And it so happens that Nigeria is the central point of a future single market in West Africa, almost as big as the US, about 300 million people in West Africa. And Nigeria is the center, is the epicenter of that market with about 160, 170 million people. We already know a lot about fraud coming out of Nigeria, but what is not talked about a lot is the fraud that's coming into Nigeria, which means how much vulnerable we are as a country and as citizens to cyber fraud, from our institutions to us as people.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, I've gotten to know a lot of things about fraud. So, what's the aftermath of this conference? Is there, like, for the people doing the hackathon with the Facebook group, are they trying to bring up a solution that would tackle fraud and cybercrime in Nigeria, or is SOTS looking at a continuity of tackling cyber fraud in Nigeria or cybercrime?
You know, I'm glad you're asking these questions because Cyberxchange is the most holistic conversation around cybersecurity in West Africa. It deals on all the different points of security for organizations. This conference going forward should create enough inertia and enough data, enough information, enough practical knowledge that we can have a better ecosystem. We're better exposed of not just the threats, but also the salient points that come out of cybersecurity that are not very well articulated in this, particularly in this market. We know about threats, but sometimes it's just much easier to just ignore them and move on, or we're dealing with them, but they're always evolving. And so we're bringing great speakers to come here to talk about evolving threats today, how to be secure, okay, and also have these young guys in the hackathon provide solutions that we can't even think of, because from the young people come a lot of innovation. Working in teams, there's stuff they're going to come up with we can't even think of. Always remember, the guys on the other end who are trying to commit cybercrime are working 24/7, and so they have to be lucky once. We have to be lucky 100% of the time. Yes. Mm-hmm.